choice. You know, that's
but
all there is to it.
But it comes down to the reason you support Trump is because you know this is about survival.
Exactly.
Why cannot Paul Ryan, who is in the halls of Congress, support the only option we have of survival?
Because Paul Ryan is running for office himself right now, and I don't know how tenuous his hold is on his lead in the election he's facing. He's up for election this election right now. I mean, remember, he just had a primary challenge, and now he's running for office.
But he won it handily. And I'll tell you what, I would be very happy if Paul Ryan did not win.
Amen.
I would take the Democrat because you know what? They're both Democrats. So I hope Paul Ryan, I know he's going to win, but I hope he loses. I really do.
Gary, that's the same thing as like people, like I said something to, I think, Dick last week. It might have been the gun guys. I'm sorry, it was the gun guys. I said, you know what? The NRA comes out with a referral. It said, we rate so-and-so. They actually rated John Dingell with a triple A rating. You know what I mean?
He was
to
good
vote
on
for
guns.
John Dingell because he was good on guns. I mean, the guy was still a Democrat. And you may say, you know, whatever, I like Dingell because he's good for my district. But you put one more Democrat in the majority side, and then you get a different speaker, and the whole country goes in a different direction. You get Nancy Pelosi because you got one more Democrat. So please, let's not talk about wanting to see Paul Ryan lose to a Democrat because
I'm waiting for that one. You don't want to see a Democrat in leading Congress. What difference does it make? We've had Republican Congress now for several years. Have you seen any difference in Congress?
With a Democratic president who vetoes everything that comes down the pike, is holding the veto. We haven't had a budget because of Harry Reid in the Senate, and because we've had a president
because we had no guts in the Republican Party. We had a chance to defund Obamacare. We had a chance to cripple it. We had a chance to put a spike into it. And what did we do? I said again, they went bent over and grabbed their ankles. Yeah. The Republican Party is cowardless.
Yeah, in the end, the House has passed many, many bills that have gone to the Senate, and even though we now control the Senate as well, they still haven't done anything.
Because they go to the president, and he doesn't sign them. He vetoes them.
The Senate is not even passing the bills that the House passes.
Well, part of that is the obscure Senate rules, and because we refuse to give the nuclear option with their, you got to get 66 votes to get something out of the Senate instead of 50-50.
But something as simple as
No, it's the Senate rules that we were hesitant to change.
Yeah, the Republicans have become so gutless that they're afraid, and maybe it's a valid point. I don't know. They're afraid to look like the guys who shut government down.
But then we take a look at the Democrats. They're in a minority. They run the Congress.
Yeah,
they sit there and say, for instance, if Harry Reid steps up, that's running it. If you stop if the Republicans cannot get a bill through and put it on his desk and force him to veto it. One veto has come on this administration, one veto, and it was by a 97-1 vote. Not a single bill was sent to that man. The Republican Party has no guts. They sit there, they tell us, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. When they get into power, well, we're going to do it in the next election. Or we have to wait until we get all three branches of the government. The Democrats run the government, period.
The Senate is not a simple majority organization the way the House is. You have to have 66 votes to get something
Harry Reid did it with less. He did the nuclear option.
He didn't do it with less.
The heck he didn't. He used the nuclear option, Ed.
At some point.
The nuclear option he used on federal judges. He didn't use it on legislation. He used it on federal judges.
I can tell you something right now. If they did it on the judges, they can do it on the rest of the programs.
I'm telling you they can, but it's a decision they don't want to make because then it'll come back to bite them later.
They have no courage.
That's a political decision.
Let's take a call from Walter on line 3. Walter, welcome to the show.
There he is. A troll.
That's right. I'm back. Get ready.
Is this the troll? Is this Walter from Bellevue? Or
yeah,
Belleville.
I threw in a little bit of TD Snake on y'all.
Okay.
TD Jakes.
Well, excuse me 1 second. Walter, did you hear the troll call for you on Linda's show earlier?
No.
Okay, they were calling out for you to come in. You didn't answer.
I actually called. Well, my phone had went blank that time, but I came back on there.
Yeah, go ahead, Walter. What do you got?
Hey, man, I've been busy with that black racist station, man. Should I say it? They wrong, let me say it. But do you know that new so-called station on AM?
Say it. I don't know which one you're talking about. I know your conversation with Theron, but neither of you would say it.
Is that the Black Lives Matter program?
Oh, that's the Black Lives Matter. That's the Black Communist Lives Matter. all that and above, killing babies.
Walter, that sounds like Obama broadcasting. That sounds like Obama broadcasting.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've been hitting them hard, man, because I can't sit back and listen to the crap that comes out of Detroit. In fact, the most racist, I even told them. I'm talking about the black guys on. I said, including a pastor who claims to be a pastor. He ain't got enough. If he claims to be a pastor, he ain't got enough religion to last a breakfast. That's how Christian he is. That's the way I feel about him. He's on there promoting lies after lies, and all they do on that station is bash Donald Trump, talk about he's a white racist. How could you, Walter, how could you vote for a person like Donald Trump? And I tell him because Donald Trump, first of all, you guys are lying on him. He's not a racist. And I said, voting for Donald Trump gives you guys a chance to get set free from that awful, dreaded disease called donkeyitis. And it helps the black church members to get set free from jackass tabernaclism.
But Walter, tell me one thing. Are you seeing more black people looking towards Donald Trump?
Not in Detroit. Don't expect
I'm talking about across the country. I'm hearing more and more black people saying exactly what Donald Trump said. What the hell have you got to lose with me?
When you drive, Walter, who do you run into? Do you hear when you socialize? What do you hear?
Okay, most of the people I run into, if it's black, and on some of my truck stops, they're for Hillary, all straight up. But most Caucasians I talk to, business owners, and some of their workers, employees, flat out Donald Trump.
That's because they're racist. They don't want to vote. Oh, wait a minute. Hillary's white.
Yeah,
Never mind.
So let me ask you, Walter, can you put a percentage on the number of African Americans who you think will support Trump?
Okay, this is what I heard. We just got to go back. Maybe what's been. I heard on a Christian station. Bob Duco. He's pretty knowledgeable. He keeps up. He has a political hour. From a Christian point of view, I would take his statistics over some of these liars I've been listening to. I heard that in 1 week, and I don't. By the way, I never agreed with that 1% blacks supporting Donald Trump. I think it was higher than that. That's all. How you gonna go from 4% down to 1%? I heard that it went since he's been speaking at black churches. It's been resonating. And yes, I have heard a few callers call in at black racist station. There were blacks there for Donald Trump, and they get shouted down right away, by the way, like they try to shout me down or shut me down. I heard it went from in 1 week's time. I don't know if you guys heard this, from 1% to close to 19%. How true is that?
I had heard that number as well. Okay.
That would be a death blow to the Democrat. I don't even call them Democrats anymore. I call them Democrats.
Well, I think what's happening in this country right now, and I think in the black community, I think they're looking at it and looking at what happened since 1965. The blacks were given the Great Society program, and I think it's basically destroyed the black family. And if you take a look in all of the major cities that are run by Democrats and some of them that are run by blacks, the youth are unemployed. The cities have turned into garbage holes. Take a drive. I used to sell in Detroit. I had a lot of industrial accounts in Detroit. I took a ride through Detroit about 6-7 weeks ago, and it's like a battle zone, like a war zone. Like it looks like Dresden did in World War II. It has been destroyed by the Democratic Party. Yeah.
Well, Walter, thanks for the call, man. We're going into a hard break. Hopefully, we'll hear from you next week.
See you, Walt.
Take care, Walter.
Bye, Walt.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all on the other side of the break.
People are always on the move, driving to work, hauling the kids to practice. How do they keep up to date? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for intelligent conversation with hosts like Joe Pags, Glenn Beck, Fayron X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business on Wham Talk 1600 and whamradio.com.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Lillian Wu. Donald Trump under fire for lewd comments he made about women caught on tape in 2005. Some of the critics, his own running mate and other members of his own party, like Representative Jason Chaffetz.
I'm out of the endorsement here. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I'm not going to vote for Hillary Clinton. There's no way, under no scenario. But I cannot offer an endorsement for whatever that means of Donald Trump.
Courtesy of Fox News affiliate KSCU in Salt Lake City, Utah. Trump has apologized but says he will not withdraw from the race. Hurricane Matthew leaving 1 million people without power in the South. The Category 1 making landfall in South Carolina. Flood emergencies in the Carolinas. Some areas getting
5 to 6 inches an hour. And this is going to be devastating for them and potentially life-threatening.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. This is a Fox News Alert.
The highest quality tractor in the U.S. and number one in customer satisfaction for 2015 and again in 2016 is LS Tractor, both awarded by EDA. This is Mark at Ashelman Equipment. We have a full line of LS four-wheel drive diesel tractor loaders ready to go. Forks, blades, tillers, plows, and mowers in stock, ready for all your projects. Subcompact to large farm, opener cab with heat and AC. Hydro transmissions make driving fun and easy for the whole family. Attachments are changed with just a pull of a lever. Highest quality, more features standard, 5-year warranty, free loader, and 1.59% financing qualifying. Ashelman Equipment in Whitmore Lake is at exit 50 on US 23, just north of Ann Arbor. Call 734-994-6000. That's 734-994-6000.
Here's a question. When something changes, can it stay the same and get better at the same time? For instance, what if you and your wife go back to the beach where you spent your honeymoon, but upgrade to a 4-star hotel? See? Same, but better. Here's another example. The Mutual Fund Store has joined forces with Financial Engines, and we've changed our name. Now as Financial Engines, many things are staying exactly the same. You'll still get the same personalized retirement planning from a trusted advisor who sits on your side of the table as a fiduciary doing what's right for you. But you'll also get more options, more resources, and more powerful research to help you get where you want to go, especially if it's that certain beach for your second honeymoon. But you need to take that first step. Let us show you how Financial Engines can deliver a great plan that makes all the difference. Visit financialengines.com today.
This is Matt Warren with Financial Engines in Detroit, Ann Arbor. Let's talk about the financial goals that are important to you, and together we'll develop a plan to help make them happen. Call me at 248-285-9202 or visit financialengines.com.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to catch our drift here at Wham Talk 1600. I have Ypsilanti Ed Bondarenka with me and Ann Arbor Mike, two of my favorite listeners, in studio with me today. Gentlemen, welcome. And let me take care of a little business, though, before we get back into the meat of the show. This half hour, a sponsor is Burroughs Roadhouse, 5311 Brighton Road. That's in West Brighton. You can call them at 810-227-6000. They have great comedy shows. So October 14th and 15th, Dom Parr. October 21st and 22nd, Matt Holt. And October 28th and 29th, Nathan Timmel. It is a great place to see a comedy show. They have great food. They have some coupons in the Current, so go online to currentonline.com. That's COURANT online.com. Check out Burroughs Roadhouse. They have some great food out there. Check it out. And it is just the greatest place. I'll tell you a little secret. Burroughs gets its name from, it used to be the camp for the Burroughs Corporation years and years ago. So it's a really historic building, great place, lots of good atmosphere, and the food is really spectacular.
I saw the ad for that in the Current, and I thought it looked like an interesting place to go. So I'm going to check it out.
Awesome. It's really a great, you get a great feeling.
Somebody owes me a lunch. I wonder if they serve a good lunch.
Yes, I do owe you lunch. We can go there. If you can get off work, I'll take you there. All right, so call them up, 810-227-6000. That's Burroughs Roadhouse. Okay, so I want to play this. You know, people keep slamming Donald Trump and saying he's outrageous, he's a racist because of his immigration policies. Well, you know what? Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine really aren't any different. If you watched the VP debate, you would have seen Tim Kaine and said, ooh, he wants open borders. He's a great guy. Well, you got track 4 ready, Derek? This is Tim Kaine not too long ago talking about borders. No, we don't. We always seem to have a few problems with that. Anyways.
I can do my imitation of Tim Kaine saying it.
Anyways, Tim Kaine and Hillary Clinton both have very similar